In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefatemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. The starting fives for our game. Here's a look at both lineups. Tip-off coming up in just a moment. Hope you guys brought your seat belts. These teams fly up and down the floor.
I'm strapped in. I locked in. I'm ready to go. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to. I love these fast-paced ones.
Yeah, me too. But the big question is, who can slow the other one down? I also think dictating the pace is going to be key right here.
Right side, Canada. Melissa Smith grabs the miss. Outside, Young. One up, one down. She makes her first shot in this game.
She presents a defender with a serious challenge, pretty much always.
Now here's Gray. Back to Reese. And it's going to be a 3-second call. About a minute into this first quarter. Gray outside. Jackie Young again.
Keeping Young out of the paint has to be a focus for this defense. She is so effective near the rim.
Canada with it. Gray outside. Picked by Reese. Down low. Basket is good. The assist from Alicia Gray.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Wilson. Back to Gray. Smith. Shot clock at 5. Young's shot is off. Right side, Canada. To the paint. Reese, no good.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Inside. Nice D from Angel Reese. And few WNBA players have garnered more attention than Angel Reese.
Well, she's just so charismatic, and Reese says what she thinks. Fans love that. And on the floor, she's a double-double machine. Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Pass to Smith. Talbot. Wilson. Gray defending. Three-pointer, Jackie Young. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, usually she's providing the pass. Young has to be happy to be on the receiving end of a catch and shoot. More than willing to fire.
Now it's Reese. Picked by Reese. To the inside. The kick out to Canada. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And that one's good. Gray.
And Gray with surprising length for a guard. It really helps her inside.
The Aces with the lead. Pass to Wilson. Outside Young. Here's Gray. Up top Wilson. Young. Wilson the screen. Takes the three. Young's shot is off. And here's Canada. Hillman. On the wing, Alicia Gray. There's a screen. Talbot pulls it in.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Now here's Gray. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Outside Canada. Pass to Gray. The kick out to Canada. Basket is good. The assist from Alicia Gray. And it's all knotted up.
Well, the arc isn't Canada's preferred shooting location, but she does have the touch to make it work.
Gray right side. Up top, Young. Pass to Wilson. Back to Young. Over Gray. And another miss by Las Vegas. Now here is Canada. Outside Reese. Here's Kune. And here is Gray. Guarded by Young. And here's Gray. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
Unusual miss. Typically her skill on the inside trumps average defense.
Talbot. Here's Wilson. And there's 2 points. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
Rebounds well and has a knack for converting offensive rebounds into points. Wilson is electric.
Outside Reese. Kone gets the bucket.
That's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to do it.
And here are the aces now. Outside Young. Hits the three-point bomb.
But for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her three-point attempt.
Over to the wing. Hillman, covered by Smith. Hillman, that's good.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Now here's Gray, guarded by Canada. Here's Wilson. That's basket number 2 with her third shot. Off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Wilson likes asserting her dominance inside, just brushing off the defense.
Pass to Gray. From past the arc. Rebound by the aces.
This has not been a quarter to remember for her.
I mean, what's going on right now? What is this? She's not making any sort of impact for them at that end of the court. Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Outside Canada. Now Hillman. Here's Kone. Gray, guarded by Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Gray. To the inside. The kick out to Canada. From downtown. Talbot pulls it in. Now the aces with it. 6-point lead. Now here's Young. Gray defending. Wilson outside. Pass to Smith. Over Canada. It's hauled in by Reese. Canada. Here's Kune. Gray defending. Down low. Here's Kune. And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. Well, this season, we have the Golden State Valkyries, and it's the first expansion team since Atlanta in the late 2000s.
Yeah, and soon the WNBA will expand to Canada with the Toronto Tempo starting play next year. Plus, you got the rebirth of the Portland franchise.
Hey, those are 2 basketball-crazed areas joining the fold. Personally, I'm really excited for the Seattle-Portland rivalry to be renewed.
Now here is Lloyd. Not a lot of room. Pass to Young. Wilson the screen. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Gray. Now Howard. Puts it up from 17. That's in there. Angel Reese with the assist.
Tough distance, but you know what? Howard can hit it with ease.
Pass to Lloyd. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. Atlanta trailing here. Now here's Gray. Pow. Now it's Reese. Covered by Lloyd. The jump hook. And she gets that one to go off the front iron.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
Inside. Wilson in the post. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Killer confidence, stays true to herself. What more do you want from Wilson? She's a terrific basketball player.
Now here's Howard. Lloyd grabs the board.
Yeah, she's not necessarily a strong interior presence, but she's got to finish those chances when she has them.
Here's Lloyd. They lead by 1. Pass to Parker Tyus. Back to Young. And here's Lloyd. Over Howard. That one wide left. Now here's Pow Pow. She's guarded closely. Here's Reese. Now here's Gray. No good on the triple.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shots.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Now here's Parker Tyus. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. Gets that one to fall after missing her first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Decisive. It's a quality for any good shooter. Lloyd has it. Just get the ball, fire away.
Here's Gray. Pass to Reese. Picked by Reese. To the paint. Score the basket, her third after 5 shots.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Outside Young. Pow Pow with the steal. The shot, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Aces ahead, up by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And it's been a tight one here as the second quarter getting going. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
It's been a long-range battle for them, and one they are winning.
Some sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Outside Howard. Gray outside. Pass to Pow Pow. Back to Howard. This one for 3. That one falls, and a nice feed that time from Pow Pow.
Well, when Howard is knocking down threes, Ryan is unguardable.
Gray outside, and here's Turner. Parker ties the screen. Down low. Soft touch off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Well, in 2023, Cheyenne Parker Tyus was named to her first All-Star game at age 30.
Pretty incredible, doing it in year 9 of her career with the Dream. Parker Tyus easily setting a new career high at 15 points per game. Such a great lesson in continuing to work on your game, and great things can happen.
Well, we saw this in her collegiate career. The fear of contact does not exist in Angel Reese.
There's Jewel Lloyd with the 3. Green with the rebound. Now Reese. She's got 8. Pow Pow on the wing. Gray. That 3 off the mark.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Chelsea Gray for 3. It's hauled in by Reese. Atlanta in the lead. Pass to Gray. Inside. Stolen by Chelsea Gray. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. It's hauled in by Reese. And Atlanta has possession. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pow. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's a terrific job of staying with it. Way to go.
And the Aces call time here. Here's Gray, looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Bell. Smith. Chelsea Gray for three. And Jones pulls it down. And Atlanta has possession. Now here is Canada. Gray outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Smith. Now Bell. Clock at 4. Here's Evans. And another miss by Las Vegas. And here the Dream. A 4-point game. Outside Canada. Pass to Jones. To the inside. Here's Hillman. Here's Canada. Out of bounds. It'll be Aces ball. The Aces making a switch. Gray with it. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Parker Tyus. The layup missed. And here's Canada. Pass to Howard. The tray. And a great assist by Jordan Canada. And that one falls in.
That's a great shot from Howard. She's out here to score as much as possible.
Now here's Smith. Now Gray. Back to Young. Gray outside. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Dana Evans. The Aces with another miss. Pass to Canada. Outside Howard. Beyond the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for her. The Aces trailing. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
To stop the drought. The rebound by Gray. The Dream on offense. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Outside Howard. Back to Canada. From outside. Inside the arc. It's hauled in by Smith. Pass to Gray. Outside Evans. And here's Young. From the arc. Down through the hoop it goes, and that's her 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, when you talk about Jackie Young, she has the ability to put the team on her back. Young is doing it all tonight.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Howard. Shoots over Young. Howard misses. Now Evans. Smith outside. Now Young. There's the foul. It's on Howard. That's her first foul. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Evans. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 5 to shoot. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. Atlanta in the lead. Now Canada. Pass to Reese. Kone. She's guarded by Wilson. Reese inside. Smith is there. Reese, no good. Now here's Evans. Wilson. And here's Bell. Clock at 6. Jackie Young on the wing. And another miss by Las Vegas. And Atlanta has possession. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Gray outside. Picked by Reese. Back to Gray. Shoots over Young. The dream again can't hit. Evans with it. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Bell. Now Evans. To the middle. It's stolen by Angel Reese. To the left wing. Down low. Here's Canada. And she can't stop this drought. Another miss. Pass to Evans. Here's Wilson. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple.
A complex offensive game makes Wilson just so difficult to defend. Coaches must have a hard time game planning against her.
Now here is Canada. Out to the wing. Reese with it. Smith is there. Reese gets the bucket. And it's the Aces with the ball. Well, it was quite the arrival to the WNBA for Angel Reese, already a top rebounder.
So rare to have a rookie lead the league in a major category like rebounding, but Reese did. Her offensive rebounding is especially key. Angel creates so many second chance opportunities.
Now here's Wilson. Banked in off the glass.
Capable of simply monster nights, Wilson is a true front court player. Does almost all of her damage close to the bucket.
Here's Canada. To the right side. Pass to Hillman. Now here's Gray. And the 3 ball is good.
A younger player who loves to learn and loves to improve. I don't think it's crazy to say that Gray will be unstoppable when she develops a consistent long ball.
Now here's Wilson. She's got 14. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. Pass to Canada. Back to Reese. Hillman. Gray outside. Outside Canada. Over Evans. The shot by Canada, no good. Now the Aces with it, trailing by 4. And here's Bell. Back to Young. Screen by Smith. To the paint. That's in, coming off an assist from Jackie Young.
And I want you to think about Smith's positioning on the play. Setting the screen right where it needs to be before rolling to the shot.
Pass to Kone. Canada. To the wing on the left. Here's Reese. Comes up empty from the left block. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Shot's good by Bell.
Yeah, Young is such an effective ball handler, spots the wide open shooter and passes the rock. They should use a little clock here.
Yeah, milk the clock with this possession.
Now here's Gray, guarded by Young. Gray outside. There's the 3.
That's a nice way to end the half. The big triple to take the lead as we go to the break.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Dream up 2. And we've got more exciting basketball action coming your way right after the break. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. And you know, Asia Wilson has been really making it happen.
It's amazing to watch. She spoils us with her performances game in, game out. And so far, another big scoring night for her.
And oftentimes when she puts up that many points in the first half, she follows it up with an even better second half. So we'll see if that happens again here.
Here's Gray. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Pass to Talbot. And she lays it straight in.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Picked by Reese. Gray outside, launches it, and again, Atlanta with the triple.
Just set her up. Gray, always looking to shoot it.
Here's Gray. To the inside. Here's Wilson. Doesn't go, only her third miss in 9 attempts. Pass to Canada. Back to Reese. Gray shoots over Young, and Atlanta another bucket.
Well, there's a few things Gray can do out there, but her best skill, getting buckets.
Now Talbot. Reese defending. Here's Young from 11 feet away. And again, it's Las Vegas. Another great draft class this season. Tim, any thoughts on these rookies?
Yeah, I really like them. It's a great group. They have so much skill. But one thing I'll say, just to keep in mind for everybody, let's give them a couple of seasons before we rush to major judgments.
Well, I agree with you, Tim. And how's that for a change? But seriously, we've seen players struggle as rookies and then turn into stars. So really, it just takes time to become a great WNBA player.
Now here's Young. 15 points in the game. Pass to Talbot. Back to Gray. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
With a solid frame and terrific body control, Gray is comfortable operating down low.
Now Reese. And Chelsea Gray is going to pick up the foul. That is her first foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hillman. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Smith. Las Vegas trailing. That's good, and it's Asia Wilson with the assist.
What a smart use of the mid-range by Smith, giving defenders another thing to worry about.
Pass to Reese. Gray gets it to go from downtown. Now Gray. And the Aces call time here. Well, you have to like what Alicia Gray has been able to do in this one.
She's absolutely dialed in from outside. They got to play up on her and try to deny her the ball.
We could celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again and take me higher, higher. Where I'm living like it's the weekend.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Gray, guarded by Canada. Smith outside. Wilson left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it down low.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
And so here's Atlanta. Pass to Hillman. Reese. Picked by Reese. Here's Gray on the money from 12 feet away.
With a strong all-around offensive game, Gray is a consistent pillar to what her team does offensively.
Now here's Young. 15 points in the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And during her 2024 MVP season, Asia Wilson set a new WNBA scoring record.
Yeah, she became the first player to score 1,000 points in a single season. Wilson averaged just about 27 points per game. Just unreal.
And she makes the first. And not only has Asia Wilson won MVP awards, she also has multiple Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Yeah, the key there, Blake, is plural. I mean, she's got a bunch of them. And so when we watch Wilson, we are no doubt watching the best two-way player in the game. Plus, you think she's added that three-point shot as well a couple of years ago. The only question with Asia Wilson is, what can she do?
And so she makes both from the line. Well, normally when we talk defense, we tend to lean towards bigs. So let's switch it around. Who's the best defensive guard, the perimeter player?
Well, Natasha Cloud stands out to me. She's got great reach, plays hard, and is just so experienced. She can see plays before they happen.
Yeah, she's great, but I'm going with Dejanay Carrington. She is relentless, plays with physicality, plus some serious attitude as well.
Drains the three-pointer.
Well, three-pointer is certainly not a huge part of Wilson's game, but if you give Asia a look, I mean, she can knock down those trays.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Hillman. Back to Canada. Now here's Gray. There's the triple. Wilson pulls it down. Now here's Young. Gray defending. Young shot's good.
Whatever intensity might have been lacking in the first half, these teams are making up for it now.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, things have really picked up.
Here's Gray. 18 points for her. Here's Reese. That miss takes her to 7 for 12 from the field this game. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Here's Wilson. It's rebounded by Kune. The Dream trail. Pass to Reese. Hillman. Picked by Reese. Here's Canada. Guarded by Young. The three. The shot by Canada, no good. Here's Gray. Outside Young. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. The Dream on offense. Pass to Canada. Back to Gray. Hillman. And here's Canada. Here's Gray for the tie. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Gray in the post. Back to Wilson. Fires from 18. Yes! Great play by Chelsea Gray to set it up.
A smart player with good intangibles. Wilson's a consistent scoring threat whenever she's out on the court.
And the Dream call time here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now here's Howard, guarded by Young. To stop the run. And it's Hillman missing. The Aces with the lead. Pass to Gray. Here's the three. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. Now here's Canada. Kone gets the bucket.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Now here's Young. Wilson sets a screen. Jackie Young drives in and can't cash in from close range. Pass to Canada. Back to Reese. Hillman, guarded by Young. Outside Canada. Shot clock at 3. For the tie. Knocks down the 3 ball. And that'll tie this game up.
Well, you're taught. The first rule of pick and roll, stop the ball handler. Can't let Canada get going off the pick. She's too good.
Now here's Wilson. She's got 23.
Tremendous. You love to see a smaller player who can mix it up inside.
Over to the left wing. Reese. Gray defending. For the lead. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2. And that one falls, and that puts them up. It's a 1-point game now. The Aces making a switch. That's also good, so she hits them both. And it's the Aces with the ball. Wilson outside. Gray. That one's off. Still out of sync. Outside Howard. Pass to Pow Pow. The pick by Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the stripe. Rebound by the Aces. And here's Bell. Inside. It's stolen by Angel Reese. Pow Pow with it. Picked up by Lloyd. On the wing, Ryan Howard. 8 points for her. Cheyenne Parker comes up with the rebound.
Well, they call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim.
Gray, left side. Wilson sets a screen. Gray, no good. Atlanta in the lead. Pow Pow with it. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The pick by Jones. To the paint. A shot is good on the assist by Pow Pow.
These inside looks are what Jones is all about, and she knows how to outwork the defense.
Pass to Lloyd. Back to Gray. Wilson hits it from 3-point range.
Her three-point shot has been so pure, just draining one after another.
Gray outside. The pick by Jones. Gray outside. Pass to Jones. And it's blocked by Asia Wilson.
And the timing Wilson has blocking shots is special. Gets good positioning and uses her length to deny shots.
Outside Howard. Gray defending, and she gets it to go.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
And we have just finished the third quarter, and a tight game we've got. Dream out in front, up by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter here on 2K Sports. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. Pass to Pow Pow. Back to Gray. Howard. The pick by Jones. That's good, and it's Ryan Howard with the assist.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Outside Lloyd. Back to Evans. Outside Young. Back to Evans. Parker Tyus. Guarded by Jones. Parker Tyus, good.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Gray. Pass to Pow Pow. Jones. And the basket by Howard.
And even against stiff interior defense, Howard stays committed. She never even thought about giving up on the play.
Here's Young. There's Jewel Lloyd with the three. It's hauled in by Reese. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend. Well, scoops up the board. Jones knows exactly what to do. Put it back in.
Now here's Evans. Pass to Lloyd. Fires for three. Nailed from three-point land.
That's just a defensive breakdown. I mean, she is not the player you want to leave open from the perimeter.
Pow Pow. Covered by Lloyd. Now Pow Pow. From 12 feet out. Doesn't go for her. Las Vegas trailing. Pass to Lloyd. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dana Evans.
Well, with an accurate and smooth three-point shot, you have to take Lloyd very seriously beyond the arc.
Atlanta calls timeout. The Dream making a switch here. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Pow Pow. A pick by Jones. Down low. Now here's Pow Pow. And there's the 3-second violation.
Sometimes the intensity of a close game can lead to bonehead plays like that one, guys.
Now here's Young, guarded by Howard. Parker ties the screen. Jackie Young from outside. Another three for Las Vegas.
They are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth.
Yeah, and that's just putting it mildly, Tim. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on their opponents with the triple.
And there's no better time, Brian, to hit threes than in the fourth quarter.
Cans it from downtown.
Yes, Gray wanting to respond. We've seen her shoot it from 30% for a season from deep.
Back to Young. Fires from deep. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth. Pow Pow gets the bucket.
With sound awareness and passing skills, Gray is able to find teammates and get them the ball.
Outside Young. Parker on the right. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
When you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, the kick out is the only choice.
Pass to Pow Pow. Back to Gray. The three is up. Rebound Cheyenne Parker-Tyus.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets the 3-second call. Atlanta leading. Here's Canada. Pass to Hillman. Reese. Picked by Reese. From deep, Alicia Gray. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Outside Lloyd. For three. The rebound by Hillman. Outside Canada. Pass to Hillman. Reese. Picked by Reese. Great pass to set up the land.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
To the middle. Parker-Tyus, good.
She made that pass to a spot and let her teammate run right into it. That is how you distribute the basketball.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Gray. Top of the key. A rebound by Parker-Tyus. Here's Las Vegas. Outside Lloyd. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer.
Gray outside. Pass to Reese. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two. It goes on Asia Wilson.
What to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The first free throw is good. And so she hits both. The ace is trailing. To the inside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
Great communication between teammates there.
Outside Canada. Pass to Hillman. Now Reese. Picked by Reese. Clock at 6. Wilson with the steal. To take the lead. And again, it's Las Vegas.
I love that shot from Young. Make defenders worry about the entire floor, not just the paint and the threes. Make them guard you in the mid-range.
Now here's Canada. Right wing. Here's Hillman. And the layup is good. Now here's Gray. Pass to Wilson. Jackie Young on the wing. Back to Wilson. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by Hillman. And here's Reese. She's guarded by Wilson. Back to Reese. Gray. The three-pointer is on target.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Gray outside. Pass to Turner. Wilson. Reese defending. Gray. Green with the rebound. Here's Canada. Kone. They set a pick. The drive by Alicia Gray. Turner grabs the board. Pass to Gray. Gets a very good look and converts.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
And it's Gray missing.
Even without that three ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Not surprised to see Wilson score the big-time bucket. She has an assortment of moves to throw at defenders.
Now here is Canada. Pass to Reese. They double-team Angel Reese. Outside Canada. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. And here's Gray. Back to Wilson. To take the lead. Green with the rebound. Gray outside. Out to the left wing. Here's Reese. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. She's off on the first. And she can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Young. That's good, and so Asia Wilson with the assist.
Pivotal bucket from Young, played in so many huge college games, winning a national championship, was ready for the bright lights of the WNBA.
Now here's Gray, and Alicia Gray doubled. And here's Hillman. Pass to Canada. Here's Reese. The dream again can't hit. The ace is leading. Gray outside. It's rebounded by Kune. They can get back in front with some points right here.
And they got behind, but they hung in there, and they didn't let it get out of hand. You know, that's what we're used to her doing, but she hasn't had her normal impact offensively. If they keep getting her touches, though, this game won't be tied for long.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. the Aces with the ball. Pass to Wilson. He can't hit that time.
Nice play on D. Got that hand in her face, and it prevented an easy look.
Exactly. She was alert and aware and really just reacted quickly to that shot.
Now here's Young. Gray outside. Here's Hillman, covered by Smith. Outside Canada. Pass to Reese. Now here's Gray. Back to Reese. Out to Gray. To take the lead. Misses the tray. Time expires, and we're going to overtime, baby! Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this has been a great game. Overtime one, getting going here right now. Now here's Young. Pass to Gray. That's in, coming off an assist from Jackie Young.
A dangerous playmaker with an assortment of moves. Gray is a defender's worst nightmare.
Hillman, covered by Smith. Here's Kune. And Alicia Gray doubled. To the left side wing. Jordan Canada for three.
Even though she's little compared to the bigger players on the floor, she's done some tall work on the boards.
Pass to Gray. Over Canada. Gray, no good. Atlanta trailing here. And here's Canada. And we've played just over 1 minute here in overtime. Down low. Here's Hillman. Great D that time from Nalissa Smith. And it's the Aces with the ball. Wilson outside. Fader on the way. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, the fadeaway allowed her to get the ball over the defender, but unfortunately, just employing the fadeaway doesn't give you a touch on your shot.
Reese gets the bucket.
Yeah, she's one of the main reasons this game is tied up, and I would say she's done her part to keep them in it.
Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. Here's Young. Count that one.
And this is how you finish through contact. Young showing some strength.
Outside Canada. Reese. Hillman. That's in there. Angel Reese with the assist.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
And the Aces call time here. We're in overtime if you've just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Pass to Smith. Young. Back to Smith. Now here's Gray. Guarded by Canada. 4 on the shot clock. Out to Gray. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta. Canada covered by Smith. That gives them the lead.
This team needed a hoop. Gray steps up, and this is just who she is, a big-time scorer.
Gray with it. Pass to Talbot. Now here's Wilson. Misses the layup. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Here's Hillman. Jacks up a 3. And a great assist by Jordan Canada, and that one falls in.
What a smart feed by Canada. She's got a great eye for finding those ready shooters.
Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Pass to Smith. And that's good. Lead pass, getting it done.
When you need a hoop, Melissa Smith is such a great option. She's got skill, size, and heart.
Now here's Gray. Guarded closely. Shot by Canada, no good. Las Vegas trailing. Gray outside. Here's Wilson. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. Atlanta with the ball. Pass to Canada. Now Hillman. Shot from 12. And Alicia Gray doubled. Reese outside Canada. Off target from three-point range.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
Yeah, on just about every possession at that.
And then a stop on every possession.
Jackie Young on the wing. Gray defending. Smith outside. And stolen by Canada. Yes!
Down there in the low post is where you want to create a lot of your offense.
Pass to Talbot. Jackie Young on the wing. Offensive rebound. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. They escape with the victory, although they needed a few extra minutes to get it.
And what a great game. Both teams giving it everything they had. But when it came to the overtime period, it was all about just sheer determination.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.